Tim, you're going to flash that in there. Oh, you did it?
I did it.
We're so good. We've evolved.
Bit by bit.
Actually, you've evolved. I've stayed about the same, which is not good. So first card up, this was during one of my eBay frenzies, perhaps a couple weeks ago, adding to the 2012 Panini Prism quarterback silver Prism insert. Got the Drew Brees PSA 9.
Wow.
Pretty happy about that. Got it for cheap, especially considering where these cards were 2 years ago. I got this for under $200.
It seems like a steal.
Very happy with it.
Yeah.
I have all the major quarterbacks with the exception of the Brady.
That's still the chase.
I want to get every NFL team starting quarterback for that year. The Brady will be the hardest one, but I think the rest will be easy to come by. But that card, I sure feel looks good.
That does.
A couple other, well, at least one other smaller one that I picked up. Continued on the WWE Galactic journey. Got a Bobby Lashley. This card was dirt cheap. Got it for like $25.
Yeah, why not?
He's been a champion. Those cards are so rare. They're so hard to get. And I think they're so undervalued and they just look good. A couple of weeks ago, Tim, I mentioned my first Eminence card. Actually, in fact, last week, which I think was the source of you bleeping out 15 words that made no sense during the actual podcast. But the card arrived. And I think it looks good enough that we should show it. You can see it here on YouTube. That's the Champ Bailey Eminence. He's got his Pro Bowl white with his Broncos helmet.
Looks good.
Great card. I don't understand why these cards are so thick. It makes
so
no
thick.
sense to me. There's no jersey. There's no patch in there.
There's no need for the base cards to be this thick. It's absurd.
Right? I mean, all it's doing is setting itself up that if I were to ever open that, you're going to get a bad corner.
Oh, for sure.
So,
well, it already has a bad corner, but it's like that diamond is not big enough to justify the thickness of the card either. So,
I agree.
Yeah. It's a good looking card, though. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very pleased with that. Add that to my Denver Broncos collection.
Very cool.
Card that I didn't have the funds to buy, so I'm definitely going to have to be unleashing some things. That's been a theme for me this year, of being irresponsible. One other card came back from eBay, Tim, and we've got a little update here.
Okay.
As you can see, I have a card that you have not seen this box yet.
I haven't.
But as I slide this onto the camera, you can see authentication. We all love that.
Yeah.
But look at this. The packaging's a little different.
Oh, it says greatness in your hands.
It sets it up almost like it's framed.
Yeah.
So no longer is just the fold top.
And those,
with those rubber band
type
things.
Yeah.
So they try to frame it to make it look good. I mean, this thing's still paper.
Yeah.
It's cardboard, but
sure.
You can see it's a little more sturdy as I take off this top, which is usually a good time. But inside of here, the aforementioned Russell Wilson 2012 Crown Royale silhouette.
Dear God.
Couldn't help myself. Tell me that's not a good-looking card. Tell me.
It's not a good-looking card.
Get out of here. That's a 3-color patch. What are you talking about? Maybe you need to look closer. Go put in your contacts.
That's a nice patch.
What do you think of the new eBay display case, Tim? Does it matter?
It's a product of them probably having too many cars get smashed in transit. So probably more practicality than presentation. I like the stand folio or whatever they used to have.
Sure.
Yeah.
But of course, instead of just making this entire process optional,
they
decided, no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to give you a different cardboard display case.
Yeah. Just add it to the fees.
Thanks, eBay.
Yep.
PSA sub. Guys, 7 cards. We'll try and rip through these pretty quickly. I don't want to bore everyone to death, but a couple cards that I picked up at the National, Tim.
Yeah.
2 Michael Jordans.
Huh?
First one, it's a 93 Stadium Club first day issue. Picked it up raw. Pretty happy with this. PSA 8.
Yeah.
Excited about that. That was kind of what I was thinking when I bought it. Anywhere in the 7, 8, 9 range for this card and the next card, which is the Michael Jordan Power in the Key out of 93 Ultra. This one, a little bit bummed that it came back as 7. I was hoping for an 8. I thought there was a chance at a 9.
Yeah.
That foil, though, it chips.
It's just so, yeah.
And
that's why.
I thought maybe there was a chance that the foil chipping, that they would let that slide. Like perhaps it's just how it's printed.
Yeah.
Clearly they did not with this one.
No, because there's some leeway, I feel like, on the Scoring Kings,
Right.
But, yeah. It still looks like a great card, even anywhere 7, 8, 9. I mean, honestly, it's a negligible difference to the eye if you're not like squinting at it.
I've talked about this at length. Those early 90s cards are right up my alley. They just make me so happy to see.
As they should.
2 really big cards that came back. Now, I submitted this. This was a Value Plus submission. It took a month to come back from the time that I submitted it.
Not bad, right? I mean, we can wait a month, right?
$40 a card.
Yeah.
I got upcharged for the first time.
That's a cool email. I've never gotten one of those.
It was an email. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
It was cool to see.
Yeah.
I've never been so excited to learn that I have to pay more money
It's
for
one
a
of the few
service that was
times.
still slow.
Few times in life. Yep.
And guys, this is the reason why. If you recall in previous episode, right before the National, Kakawow announced a promotion that if you picked up a Mickey hot box that spelled out the letters LOVE, you pulled one of those, you took it to a redemption booth at the National, you could get a free pack that was exclusive to the National.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, you were so grateful to help me stand in line and get one of those packs.
Yeah, you didn't see the one I smuggled into my pocket, but
Nor am I going to go looking for it, buddy. But very happy to get those. My mom and I opened it up. We each pulled a Mickey. We decided to send it in for grading. Now, my mom learned when she pulled that black Kakawow Luca 101 when she just manhandled the corner.
Oh, yeah.
I gave her a little bit
grief.
of talking to, a pep talk, if you will.
Yeah.
She figured out how to handle these cards, as I
And?
showed people now. 2 10s. Tim, I panicked because I didn't see the other one for a second. Both of them came back PSA 10s, hence the pause. I'm sorry that I screwed up the timeline there on your drum roll. Thank you. Super excited for these.
Yeah.
These are big cards.
That's really cool.
You know, $4.99 was the threshold for the value. Most recent card that sold here, $1,500. I fully expect that these will decline in value.
Oh, of
As
course.
I took a look at the pop count.
Yeah.
There's about 50 of these so far. The card's numbered to $4.99. About 80% of these are being graded at PSA 10. So I would expect, as time goes on, as more of those come in, that value is going to come down, but still just a great looking card.
And I know, I mean, they're milking this like 100th anniversary thing for all it's worth, but I mean, it's gonna be pretty iconic, I think.
So you're correct, Tim. Now, with that being said, what do you do with that card?
Sell one, keep one.
I think one of these is going to go to my mom.
Sell moms and wait, you guys are in this together. Come on.
I honestly think I might sell one of these
Yeah.
just to pay off some things, maybe acquire another card, but I think the value of this is going to go down.
Yeah.
My mom and I do own 2 iconic Kakawow cards that are much more rare than these 2, but was certainly stoked for them.
That's very cool.
Guys, other ones real quick. 2020 Flux, Titan Black Scope, Donovan Mitchell, super cool looking card. That came back at PSA 10. Very happy there. A Galactic, WWE, The Undertaker, PSA 9. Kind of hoping for that 10.
Yeah.
9's still okay. I think that one's a pop 1.
That's a PC one anyway, right?
It is a PC one. That one won't go anywhere. One other card that I'll show. This is a Galactic 2023 from WWE again.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Ooh.
Pretty hard one to find.
Yeah.
It looks better than his 2022 Galactic, where he's wearing like a blue tank top that you've never seen him wrestle in.
Yeah, that's not the color I associate with Hulk Hogan.
This one, very iconic. He's got his red and yellow boa.
Yeah.
Tim? PSA 10.
Yeah.
That's a pop 1. I don't even know that there's been any other of these graded yet.
Oh, I can't imagine there have been.
I am so thrilled with that card. That is easily the premier Hulk Hogan card that I own.
Very cool. Yeah. One of your favorite sets, favorite wrestlers, favorite subsets of the card.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it was a really good PSA day overall.
Very cool.
Very happy about that.
As you should be.
That was my week. I'm excited to bring to you guys what happened with my eBay snipe. Manhattan. There's probably an acronym there somewhere that someone should create and let us know.
Yeah.
But that hopefully will be in the next week or 2 as well.
Okay. I think you should call that manhandling.
Manhandling something.
No, we'll work on that.
Tim, you got anything for your mail days?
Yeah, I went on a weird tangent, like my lack of focus. I went towards hockey. Been chatting with one of our listeners, Bill, about hockey cards and how Upper Deck the Cup is still severely underappreciated. And it's really fun to collect as, a team collector, player collector for veterans, because those cards are cheap. People are not chasing them generally. They're after the big rookie RPAs, obviously.
Sure.
So can throw that up on the camera. Tony Amonte and Ed Belfour, 2 of my Blackhawk, I don't want to say heroes, but they were definitely 2 of my favorite players watching growing up, and severely underappreciated. But those are 2 stick relics with their nice, cool signatures scribbled all over them.
Beautiful looking card, Tim.
Yeah.
I love the stick. I mean, it really is just a piece of wood, and they autographed right on top of it.
Yeah.
Very well done.
No, it's cool. So 2017-18 Cup there. I don't see Tony Amonte's autos come up very often, and so that's a very obscure hockey reference for anybody who hasn't watched hockey in the 90s. But
What's your plan with the card?
keeping it.
I love it.
Yeah. So that was a fun pickup, and I have the Blackhawks Cup saved in my eBay searches now. Fun to scroll through every now and then. Somehow other team players end up in that feed. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But yeah,
The
it's
Cup
fun.
is one that we've talked about in the past, and I think after one of my runs earlier this year when the Cup came out, I was like, "Damn, we got to buy into the Cup." Like even the Cup gets me excited. I don't even want to say I'm a hockey fan because I'm not.
Yeah.
But great looking cards that they produce.
Yeah. So there we go.
Well done.
That's it.